Hey guys, so I'm super, super excited to chat with you today about fear, because I know this topic is a big one. I know for me, at least. I have certainly worked with my fair share of fears, and especially lately in my life, the fears that I have been carrying around with me have really made themselves clear to me. And so I've been doing a lot of work with them lately. So when I am working with my fear and I close my eyes and I imagine, to me, my fear is personified like this creepy little cartoon kind of centipede kind of guy with like a big head and these like big arms. And he's like really just like weird and creepy and scary and not not an attractive cartoon character. And to me, that figure, he represents all my fears. Lately, the big ones for me have been, my fear of being judged or criticized or not liked by others, myself too. I've also been working with my fear of heights a lot lately. And as I've started to really dive into these fears, and I've looked at that creepy cartoon guy dead in the eyes, what I've discovered is that the best way to work through your fears is to understand them like this. So, fear first developed in our beings as a way to protect ourselves. Right? So, for example, the fear of heights. Sometimes that's a really good fear to have to protect yourself from something potentially fatal. But over time, our sneaky little egos have transformed fear, which was meant to physically protect us, into something that emotionally protects us, but doesn't really do a lot of protecting. Really, it just does a lot of separating ourselves from our true selves, separating ourselves from each other, separating ourselves from Mother Nature, from our communities, from our world. So it originally made a lot of sense and was really, really useful to have some fear, to physically protect ourselves from getting injured or hurting ourselves or doing something silly. But it's transformed into a wall, a separation. So when working with fear, it's still important to keep that balance. You do need some fear, those necessary fears. But when you can understand and look at your emotional fears and your energetic fears as really just these barriers, it's so much easier to potentially let them go, release them for good, or just learn how to work with them, in harmony with them.